Dirty floors? Not a problem with the new Taylor Swiffer.
Hard floors, maybe they need cleaning. I know what will leave them gleaming. The new Taylor Swiffer mop.
Yes, the new Taylor Swift.
Lightweight, easy to carry. Picks up messes that are hairy.
Thank you,
and
Taylor.
Dust and dirt and other things that you've got.
Taylor, they've got the idea now. The new Taylor Swiffer. It just keeps going and going. Just like you know who. Taylor, stop singing. Enough, Taylor. Shut up.
It stores right in your closet and it's cheap.
Hey y'all, this is Cody Braun with Reckless Kelly, coming to you live from Cabo, Mexico. You're listening to The Morning Ride with Jody Lee.
Hey, I'm Hudson Westbrook, and you're on the morning ride with the one and only Jody Lee on TexasHomegrownRadio.com.
Yeah, baby, and like I said, if you're not up, you're down, and if you're down, I'm right here to pick you up.
Hey, buckaroos, this is George Dukas, and you are listening to The Morning Ride.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
It's the morning ride. Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the morning ride.
Yeah, baby.
The question is, are you ready?
I believe in it now. I believe it's going to happen to me now. I'm ready for it.
Live from the Rockstar Ranch in Texas Homegrown Studios.
Welcome in. It is the morning ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio.
Live from Texas Homegrown Studios.
The morning ride brought to you by some great sponsors like our friends over at Brazos River Air Conditioning.
Do you need help with your AC?
Call Wacy. And brought to you by Cannonball Insurance.
Cannonball.
Wasn't a good splash today. Cannonball Insurance. Check them out online. And you can also find our friends at Double D Barbecue in Bluffdale, Texas.
That's right. Barbecue's so good you don't need no teeth to chew.
Yeah, he won listening venue of the year at the Texas Country Music Awards. Right. So,
heck yeah.
Congratulations to Dana Deathridge.
Heck yeah.
And brought to you by Triple Crown Ford and Lincoln.
Try to let the horses run.
Brian Mars in studio with us this morning. He may be regretting that decision already as he sits here. He's like, what is going on right now? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
I'm sorry I missed you. Last time I think I was dying in the hospital or something when you came through. So
man.
Appreciate you coming back and hanging out with us.
Well, thank you for inviting me, man.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. You're like tearing up the charts.
Or trying.
Yeah. I guess you started in El Paso, right?
El Paso, that's
right. That's West Texas.
Yeah.
Do y'all get the dirt storms like Lubbock and?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever see that movie? The Mummy Returns. You know that scene? Yeah, it was practically that.
Man, it's been bad this year for real. People sending me pictures. Except all the clouds up there are the air is red, but here it's all white from Cleachy roads. Like it's craziness though. Like if you've never drove through that, like that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, why does anybody live in West Texas on purpose? Like,
good point. Very good point.
I just have to be used to it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm still not used to it.
That's why he gigs down here. He's like,
yeah,
I gotta get away.
We gotta run away from that.
I need a break. I could taste it.
You can smell it. Like I smelled it for like two or 3 days after. Craziness.
There's 2 ways to eat dirt. You fall down or go to West Texas.
So here's my plan. We start bottling dirt, right? And then we sell it to people in other countries and other states. and tell them they can own a piece of Texas. So every time you have to sweep it off your porch, just put it in a little bottle.
For the low price of
If
$49.55.
Think of this. Back in the day, people bought rocks for pets.
That's true.
So we could sell them a piece of
Good
Texas.
point. Hey, I figure if people can make $1 million off of that fidget spinner, you can pretty much do anything.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, if you can't afford an acre of land, you can buy a little vial. You know what I mean?
We could call it a micro acre.
A piece of Texas.
Call it a micro acre.
A piece of Texas. Oh, man, it's good stuff. It's like half of Maine.
Pour it out on the ground and act like you're in Texas now.
We could like put different things in it, like from the area it came from.
Rock silver.
Yeah. Waco, like this come from Waco. Look, that's a real meth needle right there.
Wow, that got dark.
That's wild.
Even people in Waco make fun of Waco. It's all right.
That's true.
That's why I picked them. It doesn't offend. Well, that's a good way to start the show, huh? So anyway, Brian's got a show coming up in Waco soon.
See how many needles they find.
This is going to come up at the award show, I have a feeling. Yeah, I got the big award show this weekend, T3R. So that'll be a Sunday Future Faces show, and then the award show on Mondays. You going to be hanging out there with everybody, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Hanging out with all the stars, you know, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that stuff. Now, is this the first one you've been a part of?
Yeah, this will be the first one.
As an artist, so he's like tearing it up, man. He's like, he's like the new. So I asked my nephews and stuff, right? So I test out before I have artists, and I'm like, see if the young people. And man, they know your music.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
See, because I'm getting old, so I have to test out the young folks and see, you know, what's hot and new. So yeah.
They said it's bussin'.
It's bussin'. Yeah, that's what it was.
I like the way you said it.
Yeah, I have to get out my dictionary and be like, what?
Wait, no, you know what I did?
We need translators.
I've been messing with my kids because like they start talking like that, so I start talking like that.
Yeah.
You know,
it makes it not
they
cool.
Can't handle it. Yeah,
yeah.
The other day, like, hey, who did these dishes in here? My daughters be like, it was me, and I was like, this is sus. Man, there's still stuff in here. Not bussin', bro. Like, stop, Dad. No. I'm like what? Skibbity do the dishes.
I don't know why they're always tapping in caps.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. It's the easiest way to make it not cool anymore.
Yeah, to do it. Yeah. I know. It's so funny. Like, I'm getting to that age now where all the things I said I would never do. I'm like, when I get old, I'm not gonna do what my dad did.
Yeah,
well, you got to make sure you do it in public in front of you know.
Yeah. Now I'm saying it. I'm like, I'm like, were you born in a barn? Oh, duh. you know, saying all the sayings.
Go mow the yard in some short khakis and
hey, you kids, get off my lawn! Get off my lawn! Yeah, I'm officially old now. Well, hey, before we get into more talking, you want to do a song?
Yeah,
and
man.
We'll get everybody hooked. Got everybody tuned in. That's what they really want. They're like, shut up, Jody. I didn't play a song. We are streaming live. You can watch it live on Facebook, on YouTube Live, or you can listen live 365, 24/7. Of course, you can find all those links on our webpage at TexasHomegrownRadio.com. That's right. The easy stuff. So, all right, Brian, what you going to do for us?
All right, man. Well, I'll do a song called Rebel for you guys.
Ooh, sounds like my theme song.
No, this is a song about, I guess, the one that got away, you could say that. She moved out to Kansas, and I'm in El Paso, so, yeah, you can see the big gap there. When I first met her, she was sitting by a fire. She was sipping whiskey, we were out there burning tires. Oh, and she hopped up in my truck, slammed that shiner down. That's when I knew that she was a girl I'd always dreamed about. She's a rebel, and with fire in her eyes. She's a little crazy, and you know just what I like. Oh, every single thing she does is driving me insane. And every time I'm with that girl, she makes me wanna say, won't you be my baby? Yeah, won't you be my baby? And she was looking sexy out there in those cut-up jeans, dancing all around me, trying to make me lose my cool. Oh, when she got out on that floor, I spun her round and round. That's when I knew that she was the girl I'd always dreamed about. She's a rebel, and with fire in her eyes, she's a little crazy. And you know just what I like. Oh, every single thing she does is driving me insane. And every time I'm with that girl, she makes me wanna sing, won't you be my baby? Yeah, won't you be my baby? She's a rebel, and with fire in her eyes, she's a little crazy. And you know just what I like. She's a high-flying foot on the gas with her arm hanging out on the side. She's a cheering on a college football game on a Saturday night. Oh, every single thing she does is driving me insane. And every time I'm with that girl, she makes me wanna say, won't you be my baby? Yeah, won't you be my baby? Yeah, won't you be my baby?
There you go, Brian Mars, live right here on Texas Homegrown Radio. That's good stuff, man.
Thank you so much, man.
I was just thinking, you should talk to Elon Musk, and then when they go and they take over Mars, you should be the first artist to get to play on Mars.
Hey, man, I take that.
Or they could at least, they should listen to you going on SpaceX up there, you know? Right? Like, we're going to Mars, listening to Brian Mars. How cool is that?
Or after he goes there, you ought to be like, hey, so you're on my rock. It's got my name on it. But you can buy me out of it, you know, for the small payment of $25 billion.
Yeah.
For the whole
Is
thing.
that all? What a
for the
deal.
whole thing, though.
What a deal.
But that's for the whole
That's
thing.
a deal.
You know what? I'm gonna probably steal your idea on that. I'm gonna tell them to take a bunch of those little canisters and start collecting the dust from there.
From Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start selling that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Mars does.
The real red dirt.
I like that.
You've heard red dirt, but
Ours is redder dirt.
But you ever have red dirt on Mars, man?
It's redder dirt. Oh. Check out redder dirt music.
Redder dirt. It's crimson dirt.
Hey, Texas Music Daily's tuning in this morning. Hello,
What's
guys.
going on?
They're going to steal your idea, the redder dirt.
Redder
dirt. Our flag is redder, white, and blue. They could, you could even buy a bunch of those Mars bars, just sell those at the merch table.
They don't have Mars bars
What?
anymore.
They don't make Mars bars?
They're gone.
What?
Snickers took over Mars bars.
If they would be stupid enough to bring that back with all the Mars talk.
I know.
Mars bars were great.
I know.
I know a lot of people that became diabetics because of those.
I only like Saturn bars.
Actually, my go-to was whatchamacallits.
Oh, yeah. Mine was the Mr. Good bars.
Like, I never liked chocolate much, but if I did eat one, I liked whatchamacallit, just so I could say I ate a whatchamacallit. I think they still make those. But Mars bars were awesome.
Yeah, it's now.
We're gonna bring those back. You could bring those back.
Yeah, we need to.
Now it's just a like Mars Candy Company or something like this. The name's still
Yeah,
there,
but bring
they
him
don't
back.
do
He could
Mars
bring him back.
bars.
He could be the spokesperson.
That's a great idea.
Like
CEO.
Yeah.
On top of selling dirt, yeah.
Like he's over there, like
Yeah,
he's
like,
taking
he's
mental
writing
notes.
down, yeah.
He's like, okay, man.
Now I saw this thing the other day. This guy's like in the he's in the audience, and Elon Musk is like talking to the crowd, and he goes, Elon, I've been waiting for like 2 years to hear back from you. I would just like for someone to take a second look at me. And he goes, well, second look at what? He goes, I want to come on as the CEO of Tesla. And the guy's like, who are you again?
Hey, start tall, man. That's how I got my radio gig. You got to start at the top.
But that dude was like straight up. He's like, I want to run your company, please. Your job. I want your job.
That's what I did. That's how I got into radio. I walked into the radio station. Like,
You know, we
fresh out
talked
of,
to him afterwards. It was like, so what do you got?
Yeah. Well, that's how I got my job. I walked in straight out of high school into the radio station, and I talked to the general manager. And I was like, I want to work here. And she goes, okay, well, what position are you wanting? You know, like, whatever. I said, yours. She goes, what? And I said, and then I'm going to buy the station. She's like, okay, well, why don't we start you at the bottom? Like, you want to run some baseball games for us and run the board? I'm like, sure. So I started at the bottom. But I ended up getting that station. I ended up buying it. She was the first one to call me. And she's like, you did it? And I'm like, yeah, but to be honest, in my mind when I was a kid, I thought it was going to take like 2 years. Like, not like 10, you know?
Well, man, what got you into music? What was your deal?
Yeah, did you have like family members that played? Or
No, nobody in my family played. You know?
See, sometimes it just comes out of nowhere.
It just happens.
Yeah, well, I had a guitar. I mean, you know, little pawn shop thing. I didn't even know what mark it was 'cause everything was erased on it. Yeah, and so I was like,
it wasn't stolen at all.
Yeah, and so I was just collecting dust in the corner, and then I got bored of playing video games. I was like, let's bring it out. And man, when I first started, I was trying to learn to play, you know, the classic rock and all that. And then I found out in my middle school they had a program, you know, that showed us how to play guitar, but it was mariachi.
What?
And yeah, that's all they had. They didn't have like an actual.
That's hard.
Yeah,
mariachi's hard.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
And so, you know, that's what they offered. And so we went out there and I tried it out, and turns out I was really good at it. And so I was like, okay. So they started putting me on these things called the first chair. So I'd be like right next to like the teacher, you know, up front.
Yeah.
And so my grandma would attend some of these shows because my parents were too busy with work or taking care of the kids. So she would be the one who attended the shows. And she'd be like, man, it's kind of boring just seeing you just play guitar there. When are you going to start singing? And I was like, I kind of took that personal. I was like, ouch. And so during high school, I decided to try out for choir. And at first I was like, but then I thought, I'm going to be surrounded by girls, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
Spoken like a true musician.
It goes in there somewhere.
And after that, man, yeah, I just shot out from there.
It was Marziachi after that. Marziachi.
You know, what really gave me the push was I was supposed to do this thing for choir. They partnered up with theater for some reason. They wanted to give me like the main role, and I was like, I'm not wearing that elephant costume. And so yeah, I was like, no, I'm not wearing. I'm not.
Everybody
doing all
talks
that.
about the elephant in the room. You don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be the elephant.
And so I made a deal with her. I was like, hey man, you know what? I'll do the talent show instead. And she replaced the grade. But when I did that, everybody was. Well, I didn't know that some of these kids were going to be taking videos and sending them out to their parents, and some of the parents that were there too apparently owned bars. And I started getting random messages on social media. Can you come down to my bar? And I was like, sure. And I only knew like 4 songs.
See what I'm saying? Mars Bar.
I know. Oh man,
that's awesome. That's a great
cool.
story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Way better than a lot of them I hear.
Yep, that's pretty. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you hear one and it's like, yeah, man, because the chicks dig it. That's why I started.
I've had
at some point, like 10 years in, you're like,
You can always, I can always tell who the
Chicks
good
don't really dig it that much.
I can always tell who the good ones are going to be by the first answer, you know, or how they walk in.
Right.
I had a group one time that walked in. They all had their shades on, you know, their shirts undone, and like 5 gallons of cologne. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, this is gonna be terrible. And you know what? It was terrible. But they told me how great they were from the very moment they walked in.
Yeah.
We're pretty much the best band in Texas.
We wake up in the morning, piss excellence.
Oh,
like that's.
Well, what was your first impression when we pulled up and then you see a bunch of shit fall out?
I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. I was like, these guys are gonna be great.
Just saying.
We got our mixer, everything fall out.
When a band van pulls up and they open the door and stuff falls out, it's gonna be great.
Plume of smoke.
Yes,
but stuff falls
this
out.
is my kind of people.
Still got eye boogers and everything.
That's how me and Jeb unload too.
Broken pair of shades.
Yeah.
Our van's so used to the road it unloads itself.
Oh,
I
gosh.
have to start calling it a roadie van. Get that stuff out.
Okay.
Let's do another team. You want to do another team?
Yeah,
And then we'll
let's
take
do
a
it.
little break
Yeah.
after that.
Let's do it. All right, this one's called Weekend. I wrote this one for my buddies, you know, from all the cool stuff that we've, I guess, you know, done during the weekends. I don't want to expose them, but hey. I remember raising hell in this town when I was young, where we sat around and joked around and sang a couple country songs, cranking George Strait and some Waylon songs. Man, the parties at this town coming round instead of being home. 'Cause there's just something about the weekend makes some girls just wanna lean in. We use some cold ones as a beacon, skinny dipping off the deep end, moonshine sipping while we're singing, tailgates, bonfires with our dear friends. 'Cause man, we're having a ball, and we're just chilling for the weekend. All the bartenders pouring shots, filling up our empty cups, and the girls are looking pretty, dancing around them old pickup trucks. From the city lights to the fields of corn, from our loud guitars where we keep filling up these country shows. 'Cause there's just something about the weekend makes some girls just wanna lean in. We use some cold ones as a beacon. We're skinny dipping off the deep end, moonshine sipping while we're singing, tailgates, bonfires with our dear friends. 'Cause man, we're having a ball, and we're just chilling for the weekend. We're just chilling for the weekend.
Oh man, that's good stuff right there. Brian Mars live on the morning ride for Texas Homegrown Radio.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's good stuff, brother. I dig that. I was trying to read. It's so hard, like used to when you're a DJ, you just push a button, you know, play a song, whatever. Now you got video cameras, got to do different angles, got to talk on social media to everybody. Man, it's blowing up over here. Greg Sachs says, Brian Mars, Esta en Fuego, his music is out of this world.
Tell you what.
What's up, Greg?
What's weird is I read it in his voice. You
Yeah,
ever do that?
I pictured him. I was like, wait a minute.
He's like my new Morgan Freeman. Greg Sachs. Now I'm going to start, every time he texts me, I'm going to read it in his voice. Dang it. There's a Double D Barbecue tuning in. He said, glad to see me alive. Isn't that sad? Used to I thought working out, you got to work out, and because I gained all this weight from the heart stuff, and no, you just have to die a couple times, and now everywhere I go, people go, "You look great." I'm like, no, I really don't, but okay, I guess because I'm alive. You look amazing. I'm like, I worked out for nothing. All you gotta do is die a couple times, and then
what's more difficult?
Either that or go to the grocery store and then cut people off with your cart and go, sorry, and they're like, you're fine. I'm like, thanks.
Jody Lee doesn't believe in doing anything the easy way.
Yeah, I think Greg was worried about me being here because I was just in the ER. But I was in the ER, but then me and Jeb went and played the show right after.
Yep.
And the people that there are friends with me on Facebook, and they're like, I thought you were like dying. I was like, I almost die all the time. It's okay.
One time I tried to cancel a show. I was like, maybe we ought to sit this one out. He threw something at me. He said, what? Oh, never mind. We're not canceling.
One time,
we're not canceling.
There's an ER doctor here that has a venue also. And I went to the ER, and he was on duty. And he was like, aren't you supposed to play our place? I'm like, yeah, I'm here so you made me better, and then I could go. Like it was like the next day.
Double dipping.
Yeah. No pressure, but if you don't fix me, you're not going to have an artist tomorrow.
Plus, you're making your money back right now. Before I even get there.
That's how you know, though, you're going to get a good service. You're like, if you don't fix me, you're not going to have music tomorrow.
You're recouping your costs right away before the patrons ever show up.
Should have had a Mars bar.
Oh man, I see so many you should do those fake commercials like they did on Talladega Nights, but like for Mars products. Get in now before it's a thing, before everybody lives there.
Right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Electric cars will originate from Mars at some point.
So you could call your fans like Martians.
They're going.
Yeah. Well,
wasn't it Mars the Martian? Wasn't that what the Bugs Bunny?
Oh no.
What was his
name?
Marvin the Martian. Yeah. But instead of Swifties, you could have Martians.
Yeah. I love that. So we can't take that name for the band, all right? So Brian Mars and the Martians.
Brian Mars and the Martians. I like it. Sounds like something from the 50s. I'll see your crickets and I'll raise you Martians. Although you might get some weird fans showing up, just saying.
They're going to be out of this world.
Yeah, like he's going to get so big and it's like on stage, it's going to lower him down and ooh, nice mood music there, Jeb. What is that?
It got weird, didn't it?
I got weird. That's like that.
We're talking about Martians.
That's kind of creepy. It's like that when you see those videos and they're like music changes it. Have you ever seen that where it's like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris fighting, but it's like love music? It makes it weird.
My people are trying to phone home.
God, see,
what are the odds?
Yeah, telephone commercials coming. Like, you taking notes over there? You need a pen and paper or what?
It's all up here.
From now on,
you're a marketing dream. Yeah. Like I couldn't make up a name that good.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, what would you do? It might coddle. It sounds like a hairball. Coddle. You can't do nothing with that.
Bridges. Everybody's like, britches? Is it? No, bridges.
Even Jody's bad. I had a conversation with another Jody the other day, and he's like, man, he goes, do military people hate you too? I'm like, yeah. My parents were not creative at all. I'm down with the Martians thing though. I'd totally show up wearing antennas or something on my head. Yeah,
I'm down.
Well, my Martians show up with a bottle of tequila for you guys.
Ah, that's even better. This is pretty awesome. I gotta show this.
It's from Chihuahua.
Drink enough of that, we'll actually look like Martians.
Say hello to my little friend. Gonna need a bigger box.
Oh man, I love that tequila.
Remember the little Chihuahua for Taco Bell? I missed that dog.
I think I'm gonna need a bigger box. Yeah. It's funny. Everybody's stuck in that because that
was Godzilla.
That was during the Godzilla era. And now Godzilla's apparently coming back.
Always. Well, we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back. We got Brian Mars in the studio with us live right here on Texas Homegrown Radio. Be sure to check it out. You can always go back and watch the same stuff on Facebook or YouTube. It'll be there. And then I'll upload some more clips later, too.
Get into it.
Stick around. It's a morning ride.